What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video. You know what it is. Of course, I have Naya in the building. She's going to be helping me out today critique this video. All right, so the title of this video, Important Thing Men Must Do. This should be interesting. It's going to be a fresh and fit video. So here we go. All right, guys, make sure you don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. 60% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel.
What?
Which is ridiculous.
Subscribe to us.
We got a bunch of ninja watchers just kind of
we don't
like
want that.
in the bushes watching, and then they'll like disappear.
Oh, that's what it is?
Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and break down this video. So here we go.
No, I don't think men and women are equal, but I do agree with you that
men and women are equal.
There's less.
Arm wrestle Andrew right now. Let's see if men and women are equal.
Let's go. Why are you coming at me? I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, I thought you said we are equal.
No, I'm saying I don't think we're equal at all,
okay.
and I do agree with you that I think it's harder to find like an eligible man than it is to find like a bad bitch. I feel like women do have. Like, we have to do less to find a decent man than men do to find a decent woman. But, think
about it. Like,
I mean,
the more money you make as a woman, the more doors close. The more money a man makes, the more doors open.
But also, it's difficult for independent-ass women, too, because men like to have that financial and other type of control over you.
But yeah, you know what? But let me say something now. Let me make this very clear. Maybe I'm just old and wise, right? But I'm not ignorant when I find a good woman. If I find a good woman and I know she's doing things for me which are unusual, if I truly know that I can trust that every single dude she met that messages her on Instagram gets ignored, if I know that if I say, look, baby, make me coffee in the morning, I'm tired, or I'm hungry, she looks for something, or the house is always clean, or whatever, I'm not stupid. Maybe a lot of men who treat you like shit in those situations aren't experienced with women and they think they can replace that.
Yeah.
I know if I find a good woman that she deserves respect because I know how hard that is to find.
Facts.
Finding beautiful women is easy.
Yeah.
But finding a girl who's actually down for you is very hard.
Yeah.
So if I get one, I keep her.
All right, so just to add to that, like, I completely agree.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
you hit it on the head. Like,
beautiful women are, like, especially today with makeup and the wigs and all that stuff, right?
It's
like,
easy to look cute, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
But for like a woman's character to, maybe cook, clean, be there for you, I don't know, massage you if you have a bad day, or maybe can bounce ideas off. Perhaps she's helping you grow a business. Like, those intangible things, it's rare.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm with you. Right? One of the many, many reasons why I'm with you, right? Because you you hold it down. You hold it down. I'm not gonna deny you of that. You definitely hold it down.
No, and I appreciate that. But like, honestly, no, but it's vice versa too, right? Like, I know I have a great man, and I appreciate you every day, and like I do these things because I know. Just as much as it's hard to find like a really like a good woman who's also beautiful and like can do all these other things, whatever. Yeah. It's also kind of hard to find like a man that's actually like who's a masculine man, especially nowadays, is honestly very difficult to find. Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I'm just like, there's just so many, just even not even just that, but like just the qualities in you and like everything that I've always wanted. Like I have that. So I cannot be more happy. And when you find the right person for you, like, you don't want to ever jeopardize that or do anything to, like, you don't want to do anything to ruin it. So
as a man, you got to know when to pull out and just say, you know what, I'm out the game. Like, you can have the thotties, you can have the bad chicks. Like, I'm out. Again, once you find that somebody, you just have to know when to quit. Because if you stay in the game and keep this good girl on the side and you're, still sleeping with other girls and things of that nature, I mean, that's when it gets kind of sticky, and who knows, maybe you lose the girl and, it's hard to find a new one, right? Or a good one, I should say. So anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Let's see what else they have to say.
Yeah.
Not a fool, right?
On the team. AJ, you got some? Guest of honor?
What?
You got a question for the guys?
I said, honestly, I do agree with you. Like I said, like, I think it's harder to find, like, there's less eligible, rich, good-looking, successful men. Like, it's harder to find an eligible man to marry or whatever.
So most guys now to you, like, if they ain't making a certain amount of money a month,
like,
they're like,
I feel like when you're a successful woman, though, it is a little bit harder, too, because a lot of men like to have the upper hand and they feel threatened. Like, I made more money than my last 2 exes, and I felt like because of that, they cheated on me to like kind of have a one up on me. You know what I mean? To like feel like, because I felt like I was the alpha in the last 2 relationships because I really,
true.
I paid for everything, and so I felt like I was really doing the most, and then I got over
Paid
in
for
the
everything?
end.
You were simping?
Everything.
You were simping.
Both of my exes moved in with me. Like, I was a simp. And I'll never go back to that life. Trust and believe that. But I'm just saying, like, through that, I realized a lot of men don't like a woman to be independent and successful,
AJ,
because then it's easy for me to just dip
Let's keep it a
out.
stack, though. Let's keep it a stack.
Yeah.
That like, it doesn't work when a woman is in a financial leadership position.
No, I agree.
It just doesn't work.
I agree.
Like, you'll tolerate it for a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
you'll pay a bill here, there.
And
but
that's
after a
what I was
couple of
trying
months-
to do. I was hoping they would get on their feet and like help out.
Yeah.
No, they want
Yeah.
to take advantage of that, and I'm sure it's flip flop too. Like, if you're paying for everything and you're literally the breadwinner and you're doing everything, guaranteed you will get taken advantage of.
No. Men
here or
don't
there.
care, though. That's the difference. That's why I'm saying men always need to lead. Because if a man is
Sometimes
paying all
they
the bills,
do,
he ain't
though.
going to care.
They can hold your head though, like.
But
I
man's
mean,
here's the difference. A man's attraction for you is not indicative on it whether you pay the bills or he does.
Oh, agreed.
If he pays the bills,
Yeah.
he's still gonna love you the same. He's not gonna care. But for a
I
woman,
agree.
if she's paying the bills, she's gonna build that resentment and lose attraction.
I agree.
All right, so what are your thoughts on that? Just again, what Myron said. Ultimately, she lost attraction because she was paying all the bills,
Yeah.
hoping that he would get his stuff together. But for a man that has his stuff together, he doesn't care if you don't pay anything, right? As long as maybe you're cooking, cleaning, and contributing in other different ways or different sections of the relationship, ultimately that's fine as well. So what are your thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, like I'll probably not her extent, but like I've been in a situation where like I felt like I was paying a lot, and you know what I mean. We were both in school and like whatever, but like, like it's just you don't want to be in that situation. I find like it's not that I lost respect or anything for him, but
Did you start to like resent him after a while? Like maybe start to look
I
at him a
felt-
little differently?
I felt like I'm putting so much in the relationship, and it's like you're not contributing as much as I am, maybe.
Right.
So it just felt imbalanced. I think that's where I was just like, why am I doing so much more than you?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So it felt very imbalanced. But I feel like with, like you said, with the financial situation, if the guy has his stuff together and like he's cool with like taking care of you, but you're also contributing
Other ways.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's important for a balance to happen. Like,
Right.
you shouldn't, the guy who is, you know what I mean? Let's say, for example, like you have yourself together and I'm sitting around just like couch potato, just not doing anything.
Yeah.
No, that's not okay. Like you should not be okay with that.
But at the same time, that would not, for me anyways, or for a man in general, like I wouldn't want to end the relationship because you're not contributing financially. Versus a woman, she would start to resent the guy. Is
I
basically what
understand, yeah.
Myron is saying.
Yeah, I see
so
what you're
that's
saying.
that's another reason why a man should always lead in a relationship, because he's not going to hold on to these petty things and ultimately end the relationship. Versus a woman, she's going to be nitpicking, and after a while the relationship's going to fall apart. So anyways, let's continue.
Yeah.
Let's see what else he has to say.
Yeah.
Agree, but you could still take advantage of them without.
But I would say this, right? Most guys that would date
could
you
still
and you make
take-
more money than them, they're bums. Let's keep it a stack
Yeah,
here.
definitely.
So those type of guys are
That's
gonna take
on me.
advantage of you.
That's on me for
Every
dating
single
a bum.
There you
But
go.
you know what? Now I know.
There you go.
And I can say what I've learned from it. So.
Okay.
Hey, well, you know what? We're all
Yeah.
at one
At
time.
one point, yeah.
Hey, stupid.
You have a question or no?
Oh no, I have honestly a statement though.
right,
But
go
it's gonna piss y'all.
Sure.
Say it.
My statement, and this is true. I believe this in my soul. Every man is period. Every
What?
man is at least in the industry, Hollywood, rappers, athletes, y'all are all for a
She
fact.
doesn't mean that.
Y'all
No,
will be surprised.
I do
Y'all will
mean
be
it.
surprised.
I
Don't about
mean
your
that.
boy.
I
Y'all will
know
be
for a
surprised.
fact. I've been around these dudes. They're all.
Wait, hold on,
low
hold on.
key.
Stop the show real quick. Stop the show. Are we talking about like really on the other team and happy? Let's try to call
They're
it happy.
on the down low. Like,
so
down
like
low.
they're really doing it, or are you
They're
just
really
saying
doing
undercover?
it. They're doing it on the down low. They
Undercover?
don't want that shit exposed because they're in the public eye, and that's embarrassing. It'll ruin their image because they're a rapper. Like, half these rappers are sucking, bro,
Bonabati man. Straight.
on purpose.
Damn, bro. I don't know. I'm not there.
That's
So.
my statement. Respond. I want you to
No,
respond.
let's assume what you say is true, right?
Okay.
Because it's easy to say what you're.
It
It's
is.
easy to call you a liar.
They've
Let's
been
assume what
through
you're
so
saying
much.
is true.
Thank you.
Then that just proves my point. You may not see it, but that just proves an absolute obsession in the modern world with the acts of sex, how sex feels, certain sexual acts. This is a different sexual act than that sexual act. Da-da-da. Everything I was saying earlier about a connection with somebody and actually trying to build a future with somebody would prevent everything. I hate to go on like and sound religious or something. This is what all this is about, right? You meet a woman, you fall in love with a woman. That woman is about something beyond purely the physical act. If you're someone who's living in the modern world, like these rappers and people are, and they're obsessed with just being connected to nobody, having no depth as an individual,
Just
having
designer
no
clothes.
soul, just sex, you're probably anything. You're a man, a cow, a woman. Who gives a shit?
Right.
You know?
Oh my
So what,
God.
that's what a lot of this is. A lot of the conversations we're having are based on a complete lack.
Because there's so much easy access now, and everything is super sexualized. So of course, like people are gonna think, oh, because I see it everywhere, yeah, it must be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just what the mind is gonna think, right? If I see it enough, then I'm gonna believe it, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's repetitive, whatever. But I don't agree with sleeping around with like a bunch of people. I honestly don't like the hookup culture. I just never liked it. It never made sense to me. I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is something that I hold special to myself. Like, I don't want to just share that with just everybody. Like, what? No, I'm not doing that. So, yeah, I don't know. I agree with him. Like, I would rather just, like, you know, like,
Connect with somebody.
because it feels 10 times better.
Mhm.
Like, I would assume, right? Like, I couldn't imagine just sleeping just with a random person. Like, I feel like I couldn't even think like that because I'm like, the way I see, like, or whatever, I see that with someone that I'm sharing myself with, you know, and
Yeah.
it's a lot bigger than just and I think a lot of people like, you know, simplified it now and just be like, no, there's no attachment to it. Guys don't have attachment, so everyone shouldn't have attachment. It's like, relax. Like, it's not always supposed to be that way. So.
Yeah, just to add to that point, the more partners a woman has, the more detached she becomes, and the hookup culture becomes more and more normal. So that is a way for a guy to really determine, hey, is this woman a potential, you know, wife or somebody that I can be in a long-term relationship in? Is, do they value a connection with somebody
Yeah, it's
versus
important.
just hooking up with a bunch of random guys? But
Yeah.
let's go ahead and continue. Let's wrap up this video.
Okay.
Lack of morality as an individual and depth as an individual. And I think genuinely, if you've had enough,
Yeah.
I've been 24. I was world champion at 23, right? If I'm going to be with a woman now, I want to actually enjoy my time with her when I'm not having sex. Call me romantic,
Which is like
call me
95% of the
romantic,
time.
but that's what I want. And
Yeah,
a lot of
she's
these
right.
dudes, are like, oh, all I do is fuck, da da da. Then yeah, they're probably gonna end up putting their dick in a man's mouth because all this, what the fuck else they gonna do?
No.
What else they gonna do?
Yo,
YOLO.
you know why he's right? Because, for example, right, when I said earlier, yes, take be quiet, I meant be peaceful. As in, like, don't be a headache. I don't want to be arguing with you. Let's just be calm, have good vibes and good energy. And real talk, me and Myron, we don't date chicks that like are headaches anymore. It's like, yo, if you don't add to the company, you know, add value to us, we're like kind of like, you know what?
I'll just make my own sandwich.
Stay away from us. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's cool, but like, what's the connection like after? Like, what's the connection like when we go out to eat or just hanging out watching TV? Like, do I want to be around you? Am I repulsed by you? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Do you annoy the hell out of
do
me?
you
Do
annoy
I-
the hell out of me?
Does the sound of you breathing make me upset? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
there's just...
And as you start to spend
Yeah.
more time with somebody, you start to pick up on these little nuances that you may not have necessarily picked up on, you know, within a hour of intercourse or whatever the situation is, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, right? Like, the more time you start to spend with somebody, the more you start to pick up on different things. But what are your final thoughts?
Build a connection with someone. Like, it's so much better for you, like, mentally. And if you think long term for your life, like, I would really highly suggest, like, you know, clean up any toxic mindsets that you have, and then look for the right person for you, and kind of direct yourself in a long term vision. Like, and you'll see a lot more good in your life if you just think, like, all right, I'm not over here just only wanting short term gratification.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of people are just like, no, I need it right now.
Just
like,
quick.
just very quick. Like, I
Yeah.
can't even, like, if my phone stops working, like, I can't, if the lock button doesn't work for 2 seconds, I'm annoyed and I'm like,
Yeah,
you know what I
freak
mean?
out, yeah.
Exactly. So it's very much like having patience and really having a long-term goal for yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's just so much better for you long-term. So, yeah, I'm not articulating myself well right now, but like, just,
it's all
have a
good.
plan, but yeah.
Anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.
Bye.